Hello, today I will be talking about why healthy relationships require conflict. First off, I'd like to start by saying that there are three types of relationships. The first one being the ones that try their hardest to avoid conflict at all costs. They think that the more they avoid conflict, the happier they are and the better their relationship is. The second are the ones that argue constantly and never get anywhere, never solve anything, and never improve their relationship. And lastly, this type is usually the healthiest type of relationship, are the ones that face their conflicts head on, solve them, and move on. So I have a boyfriend that I've been with for 6 years. So we've had plenty of fights in the past, we've had fights in the present, and I know we'll have fights and arguments in the future. And through the years that I've been with him, I've come to realize that having arguments can be a good thing. And when you do have arguments, be patient about it, because you can't solve everything in under 5 minutes. Healthy relationships require conflict because of the underlying meaning behind conflicts, the benefits of conflicts, and ways to resolve conflicts. So if you're watching this and you're not in a relationship, it's okay, because you can still benefit from listening to my speech, because when the time comes when you do have a relationship, you'll know how to handle conflicts and arguments a bit better, and you'll know the ways to solve them. So here's a preview. Today I will begin by explaining what conflicts actually mean. And no, not the definition, but the meaning behind it. Furthermore, I will explain how conflicts are good for your relationship. And finally, I will tell you things to consider when you go to resolve your conflicts. According to Jessica Jordan, when you keep things to yourself in hopes of avoiding an argument, you always feel worse. So, how can conflicts be a good thing? Well, conflicts can increase trust. Both parties will be able to express themselves. They'll be able to get out what they need and what they're feeling and what they want to change or what they want to happen. And it'll make arguing seem less threatening. So the next time you argue, you'll have more courage to face it head on instead of backing away and saying, "Oh no, I don't want to argue." And another reason why conflict can be a good thing is because it'll make you feel better at the end. When you argue and you express yourself and you get everything out that you're feeling, it'll ease stress, anxiety, and tension. And that's the best thing to do. Never hold anything in. Another reason why conflict can be a good thing is because it'll create a deeper level of intimacy and appreciation for each other. And also, you can use conflicts as an opportunity to grow and improve your character. So if you're arguing and you realize that, hey, what I did was wrong, let me try not to do that again next time. So you'll improve on your character and you'll make yourself a better person for it. And according to Jessica Jordan, when you keep things to yourself in hopes of avoiding an argument, you'll always feel worse. So never hold anything in. And according to Elizabeth Dorrance, conflict provides an opportunity for making change if both partners are up for it. So how can we make it easier to resolve our conflicts? First off, know how you feel and why you feel that way. Sometimes it isn't easy, and as an example, we can feel like our partner isn't doing what they should, but we aren't sure of what we want from them. According to Robb and Lowe, if we're unhappy with something our partner does or doesn't do, only by confronting them can we give ourselves a chance to make our needs understood. So always tell your partner what you want and what you're feeling. Always listen. Understand your partner's perspective, what they're trying to say, and how they feel. So in doing this, you'll make conflict resolution simple because you'll be listening to your partner's needs and wants and what they're feeling, so you can better come up with a solution to try and solve the conflict. Another way to better resolve conflict is to better your communication skills. Always say what's on your mind, not in an aggressive way, but in a nice, calm way to get your point across. And always seek a solution. You can't just argue and then leave. You wanna fix it, you wanna solve it so you don't argue about that next time. According to loveisrespect.org, typically arguments happen when one partner's wants are not being met. So always try to come up with a reason to a resolution. So let's see. How conflicts can be bad. There are still people that would say that conflicts are bad for a relationship. And the ways that they can be bad is that they can affect your health in a negative way. That's only if you hold everything in. Because if you hold stuff in, then you're gonna feel that anger and tension and stress. And the only way to relieve that is to let it out. Another way conflicts can be a bad thing is by poorly managed conflict. And that will result in more conflict. So when you are arguing or you find yourself in a conflict, always try to find a resolution, a resolve to fix your conflict. Conflicts can be physically painful. Research shows that the pain of loneliness and social rejection is processed by the same area of the brain that processes physical pain. And although there are people who think conflicts are bad due to reasons stated, these reasons just show you how important it is to resolve your conflicts in a proper way and always express your thoughts, feelings, and opinions to your partner. Conflicts can affect your health if you don't express your feelings. You can't hold everything in. Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. According to Sarah, conflict avoidance can be downright toxic to relationships, so don't avoid it. Acknowledge that you are arguing and that you're in a conflict, and acknowledge the fact that you need to find a resolve to fix it. Conflicts can be physically painful, so don't hold everything in. Don't. Why you should resolve conflicts anyway. Because they will affect your health, they can be physically painful, and they just won't make anything better at all. So in conclusion, conflict can symbolize a need for change and other things. Conflicts can increase trust between you and your partner, and you can both grow from it. Listening and communicating will help resolve conflicts. And although conflicts can affect your health, so will avoiding it and holding in all of your feelings. Lastly, I would like to say that when you find yourself in an argument or a conflict, you need to be patient about it, because it won't all be fixed and solved in under 5 minutes. It's not easy being in a relationship. It takes time and patience, and there'll always be conflicts, arguments, disagreements, and different opinions. Thank you.